And the winner is...
The calendar's rolled on over to winter once more, and that means it's time to strap in, strap on, and endure unceasing waves of hype about the industry's flavor of the nanosecond, all under the illusory title of the Game Awards. Now, I apologize for showing a bit late this time. I planned to watch and live stream the whole thing, but found I simply couldn't marshal the mental wherewithal to watch Keighley and Kojima perform a live sex act on stage. Kojima could smear 9/11 rubble on his dick, and Keighley would snort it off with a smile. And for once, the fanboys actually took notice this year. Even before this caca casserole began to bubble, the show had courted a hefty helping of criticism, chiefly for the fact that Death Stranding was nominated in 7 fucking categories, despite selling like deep-fried diarrhea with a Metacritic score to match. At least until a recent conveniently timed purge, in no way spurred by Sony's marketing division, wherein only negative review bots were cleaved from Death Stranding's score total, while the effusively fucking positive ones beeped, booped, and bullshitted with impunity, bumping up its embarrassing score in the process from the 5s and 6s up to a more average 7. And wouldn't you know it, it all came just in time for the Keighley-Kojima Cock Olympics. Subtle. Jeff Keighley's response was persuasive, at least to the same Cro-Magnon mongoloids that find Tony Robbins a wellspring of Aristotelian insight, and it went a little something like this. The universally disappointing Death Stranding didn't make the list just because Kojima and myself picked out matching butt plugs, but due to the peerless quality of the Amazon Prime simulator in question. The fans vote on the nominees after all, and I myself am not a part of the selection committee. Indeed, why would anyone be inclined to suspect you had a hand in selecting the winners? Just because the one and only time you revealed the names on the selection committee list, you were fucking on it! Which begs the question, how long hasn't he been on said selection committee? Did he delegate that responsibility to someone immediately after the VGAs were relaunched as the Game Awards? Or, and this would be interesting, did he only remove himself this year in order to mitigate the motherfucking they'd both be subjected to when he handed over every award in the world to his BFF with benefits? Which is exactly what fucking happened, by the by. Death Stranding having netted not 1, not 2, but 3 separate awards on the evening, one-upped only by indie darling Disco Elysium, which took home exactly 1 more at the event, all of which were overshadowed by this gleaming fucking fecal nugget.
So, we'd like to thank all the great people that came before us, and Marx and Engels for providing us the political education.
Hey, this guy's a commie!
I mean, is there a more 2019 occurrence in history than an award speech brought to you by the free market, mind you, that distilled to its essence amounts to down with capitalism? And thanks for the sales. But Pinko Elysium was far from the story of the evening, folks. As being an indie title, most of the categories it won in weren't even fucking televised. What knocked me damn near insensate, though, was the fact that Jeff Keighley, the P.T. Barnum of bullshit, couldn't seem to advertise anything effectively. This trailer lineup was weaker than domestic beer, and that's bizarre, because in years past, even if all else failed and you cringe your way through the whole length, at least they could sell you some soap. This year, nothing. Nada. Fuck's sake. Cyberpunk 2077 is due in what, April? With no major media shows between now and then, and their big 11-layer chocolate frosted fucking reveal was a soundtrack. A fucking soundtrack. Anyone else getting nervous about that early spring launch yet, folks? Memo to CD Projekt. Delay cream goes on your dick, not on your developers. The one thing Death Stranding didn't, and to be fair, probably fucking couldn't win, was Game of the Year itself. Look, it's one thing for Keighley to les out on stage with a dude after he's bullied by the same company he drove into the fucking ground as vice president. It's another thing entirely to nominate a nominally interactive game that's pulling down 5 out of fucking 10 scores, even at mainstream sites, all because you happen to moonlight as Kojima's cock sheath. That would have been too blatant even for the dude who advertised Halo 20 atop an Everestian fuck mound of Mountain Dew and Doritos. Implicitly forbidden from awarding his Asiatic paramour's post-apocalyptic Paperboy title Game of the Year honors? Fuck it! Throw a dart.
And The Game of the Year award goes to Sekiro.
Hey, look, the game that should have been Tenchu and almost was. Look, if you dig Ninja Souls, bully for you, fuckstick. I hear it's good, but until FromSoft stops cock-teasing Tenchu fans, they can fuck clean off the edge of the earth. But don't fool yourself into thinking this was anything other than the not Death Stranding because we physically fucking can't without looking like the most corrupt cunts in history award. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.
I don't like politics. I don't like communists. I don't like games and fun. I don't like anyone. And I'm against it. I'm against it.
And I want to thank the industry.
Stop right there, criminal scum!